So the big challenge is working from home, right? Virtual.
It is. And you know what? My three millennial children and all their friends are now working virtually. And it's day one, day two. And so my son actually asked me, Mom, what advice do you have? Here's what I have, and I'm curious what you have to say, Hunter. Number one, set your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the wash and the dishes can wait till later. And if you're nuts and you can't work without them, then get them done first thing in the morning. You have to set the boundaries. Number two is schedule breaks. When you're in a bullpen, you have natural water cooler breaks. When you're working virtually, that may not happen as naturally, and so you can have energy dips. And so you need to schedule a time to break, to get outside, fresh air, so that your energy and creative juices are back. So that's the second one. And here's my third tip. Stay focused, whether it's the evening before or the morning of, jot down your top priorities for the next day and make certain no matter what, those get done. So those are my tips. What have you learned as you've been working virtually, Hunter?
Well, I'd pick up where you just left off, and it's you talked about focus. If you think about it, focus is time. It's just look at how much time you have. So two or three things. One is put on your calendar the time you're going to go to work. 8 o'clock to noon, take a lunch break, 12 to 1, and then back on 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. That's number one, and adhere to it.
You could use the dishes in the wash during the lunch break.
You could, and if you're that A1 type personality and got to have that clean place before you go to work, got it. And that leads to number two, though. What happens when you first walk into the office? You look at your email. That'll eat up a whole lot of time. So here's my recommendations. Minimize email, actually schedule the time to do it, 5 to 10 minutes, no more. Then turn off Facebook. Don't look at that till noon or later, which also, by the way, if it's not just Facebook, it's also news sites. Stop it. You don't, unless it's business, you don't need to read it, not till noon. And then the third thing is you're diving into LinkedIn. That's where you're going to find your leads. Again, though, you have to control your time. So keep that focus. Oh, and by the way, make that focus a 20-minute block. Do it, set a little timer. Then to follow up what Danita just said, take your 5-minute break, go get a cup of coffee, and you clear your head, and then come back and what's the next one? So those are.
And then you have a tip also on what to do with your dog.
With what? Oh,
with your dog.
Get the dog out of the house. I think have your significant other take that dog and make sure it doesn't come back till noon.
Stay tuned for more tips.
There you go.